Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some really exciting things to go over. A ton of new Pokemon events and announcements have dropped. We have some new Pokemon Legends EA promotion, and as well as that, a rumor that popped up before the Pokemon Presents correctly predicted what we'd be seeing in that Legends EA trailer. So we're going to be taking a look at that as well. There's a lot of things to take a look at. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, Shiny Wo-Chien is now available to redeem. You did not have to take part in this raid event to get this shiny Pokemon, but it is now live in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. It's not actually a mystery gift code, it is a mystery gift kind of via the internet. But either way, Cerebi tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Shiny Wo-Chien distribution has begun. Available via mystery gift and then get via internet. Several Terra Shard sets are also available. This is available until the 30th of September 2025. So you basically have 2 months to redeem this. Make sure to do it today though, because you're going to be kicking yourself if you forget to do it, because this is the only way to get a legitimate Shiny Wo-Chien as of right now. As well as that, we have another update regarding the Shiny Wo-Chien. The final number that we actually hit in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the number of victories against the Shiny, I don't know why it says Tinkaton, but yeah, Shiny Wo-Chien appearing in the event. Terra Raid Battle for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is basically 6,078,885. So that's a lot more than the million that we had to hit. So I'd be surprised if we weren't already on a million in the Chien Pao Shiny. And then of course, we're going to easily smash it out of the park for the next 2 afterwards as well. But either way, those are the Shiny Wo-Chien updates. We have other Pokemon Go, Pokemon TCG Pocket, all that stuff to take a look at still though. This is for the Pocket game. We've got Cerebi tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, Pokemon TCG Pocket has added new artwork to the immersive 3-star Ho-Oh and Lugia cards for the Wisdom of the Sea and Sky set. So of course there was all that kind of things going on regarding the tracing of the artist's work and all that. So they have now finally changed it, and this is the new artwork that you get for the immersive Ho-Oh and the immersive Lugia in Pokemon TCG Pocket. Moving on, we have a Pokemon Go update. We've got Cerebi tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, Pokemon Go has announced that Eternatus will have an adventure effect when it has the move Dynamax Cannon. So yeah, that's going to be also something that happens with Eternatus in Pokemon Go. Very, very close to be able to getting this in the game. And then the final kind of mini update to go over today is this regarding the Pokemon TCG. We have Cerebi tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, 2 new Pokemon TCG deck sets have been announced for Japan, focused around Mega Gengar and Mega Diancie. These release on the 5th of September 2025. So you get a really cool kind of Meloetta card, and then also Gengar, Diancie, everything like that. They are just really going full steam ahead into Mega Evolutions because of Pokemon Legends EA, everything like that. But either way, those are all of the latest Pokemon events and announcements. Moving on, we have some new Pokemon Legends EA promotion. This was posted by Stealth, saying at the Osaka station in Japan, there is a special Pokemon Legends EA spherical LED video display. So we'll take a quick watch of it. It's 43 seconds long, but you basically can go and actually see this in person if you are in Japan. So it goes from the Pokeball, spins around a lot, turns into the Great Ball, and then that's going to spin around a lot, and then that's going to turn into the Ultra Ball. I'm also not sure if this just confirms that we're only just going to have like modern day Pokeballs, because obviously in Legends Arceus we didn't have that. We had to craft like new ones and stuff. But because this is more of a modern day Lumiose, I'd expect us just to be able to have every single type of Pokeball. No worries about having to like craft them and stuff yourself. We know there's a Pokemon as well, so we're going to be able to see grabbing them from there. And then it goes to the Legends EA logo, kind of like a cloudy background, and then it goes through, it looks like the train station, and then a Pokeball drops, and then basically after that, the kind of starters come out and stuff. It's only a small portion of the video. I think the actual video is like 1 minute 30 long, but basically just shows like the starter Pokemon kind of running I guess to the side and stuff. It actually might be on this video here from Soul Silver Art if I click this bit here. Yeah, so we have the starters here. So Pokeball, Tepig jumps out, and then kind of just runs to the right. I don't think this is gameplay footage. I think this has just been made especially for this like sort of spherical ball. Then we have Chikorita, no Totodile, but then it jumps straight back up into the air. So that's the video. And then we've got Soul Silver Art saying there's a new Pokemon Legends EA video playing in this sphere in Osaka, Japan. Apparently this is just part of the video. Seems like more will be shown later. Maybe they will have newly released trailers playing here too. We need Japanese friends to go and report back to us. So yeah, it would be really cool if when a new trailer drops, you know, like maybe the one at Worlds, it then gets played in this sort of spherical ball. I don't know, it'd be really cool to see. But yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to showcase like any brand new footage in this. I think it is generally just a promotion for Pokemon Legends EA. We are very much in the promotion cycle now. Like I said, we've got the Worlds trailer next weekend. We might have a Nintendo Direct in September where we're probably going to get another trailer because, like I said, this is one of the big Nintendo Switch 2 games this year. And then the game comes out in October. And we're also expecting a few mini trailers as well. They've kind of left it to the last minute. We should be getting like a trailer maybe every other week at this point, which potentially could reveal something new. At least that's what it kind of feels like right now. But either way, that is the new Pokemon Legends EA promotion. Yeah, really cool to see all these different things that they are doing. But yeah, that's that I wanted to go over. Moving on, we have a new app for Mario and the Nintendo Switch and mobile devices. We've got Nintendo Live tweeting out saying Nintendo announces new Hello Mario app for the Switch and mobile devices. So I think this is predominantly aimed towards kids and stuff, but either way, Nintendo announces new Hello Mario app for Switch and mobile devices. Would block amiibo also revealed. So Nintendo has today announced it's releasing a new line of Mario themed products, videos, and even an app designed for parents and their children. The free smart device and Switch app is officially titled Hello Mario and allows kids to interact with Mario's face. Based on the description and footage so far, it looks a bit like Super Mario 64 start menu where you can basically like pull on the face and everything, allowing you to interact with a 3D version of Mario's head. It's called a free smart device app and Nintendo Switch software that children can play intuitively by pulling Mario's face or turning it around and around on the screen. Mario will react in various ways based on the player's input, allowing parents and young children to play together and enjoy reactions that they see. So yeah, if you've got kids and they're into Mario and Nintendo and stuff, this might be a decent little app to try out. It's completely free. So yeah, if you wanted to grab that, you know, now's the time to do it. Finishing things off for today's video, we have this very, very interesting rumor to go over. Now, I'm not sure if I've covered this in the past, but this was basically dropped the day before the Pokemon Presents, because obviously we had the Presents on the 22nd of July, and this was posted on the 21st of July, and it's called Rumors, and it was posted by Raptor. Now, again, take it with a grain of salt. It was posted on 4chan, everything like that. But what puts this apart from the rest of the random 4chan post is that the first message of this 4chan post basically gets everything right that was in the Pokemon Legends EA trailer and then drops like loads more information. So I'm not saying this is true. They could have easily guessed and got it right. There were a few sort of, I guess, hints that we were going to see certain things like Mabel and stuff and Rogue Mega Evolutions, but they got it right. And that's the kind of thing that I'm trying to get across right now. It is still not true, like potentially, but they did get some things right. So it has a little bit more legitimacy to it than your random 4chan post. But like I say, still take it with a grain of salt. But let's cover it right now. So it says Pokemon Legends EA. So the Presents, which again was the day after this dropped, reveals Mega Dragonite, which of course it did. Whether you like Mega Dragonite or not, it was revealed during the Pokemon Presents. They then go on to say Professor Mabel was revealed, which is completely true. We also saw Professor Mabel, and they also said Mega Absol Boss, which we also saw. We saw Mega Absol being a rogue Mega Evolution. It's very likely going to be the first one that we face. We also saw Tyranitar and stuff like that. But this line here, the first line that they basically say, is all true. So that's what kind of gives this a little bit legitimacy, but at the same time, I don't know, I feel like Mega Dragonite was quite not a difficult one to call, but there was a lot of rumors suggesting we were going to see Mega Dragonite, but there was no evidence that that was based on. I think everybody just wanted to see Mega Dragonite. So I think getting that is quite interesting. But as well as that, they got the Professor Mabel right, which I feel like, you know, that we knew that it was going to be Professor Mabel because of the leaks and stuff. If that hadn't been leaked, then fair play. This would be completely true. But because we knew Professor Mabel from the leaks, they could have just guessed that as well. And then Mega Absol being a rogue boss, we knew that from the leaks. But again, getting all three of these things absolutely correct is quite, I don't want to say legit, but at the same time, you know, it's quite interesting that they got it all right, basically. Anyway, so that's that. That's why we think this potentially could be true. Let's move on to the extra information that they dropped in this Pokemon Legends EA rumor. So they say Mega Chestnut, Mega Delphox, and Mega Greninja rumored to be revealed in August or September. Now, August and September are very big months. As I say, we've got Worlds next week, and they could easily reveal them at Worlds. And then we have potentially a Nintendo Direct in September, and they could easily reveal them during that. So over the next 2 months, they're saying that the Gen 6 Mega Evolutions are going to be revealed. And I feel like they will as well, because I think that the start Pokemon Mega Evolutions that they're not going to reveal would be Meganium, Emboar, and Feraligatr, because those are the actual starters of the game. Whereas the Chestnut, Delphox, and Greninja, they are the starters of Gen 6, but they're not the starters of this game. So I guess they're less important in a way, even though everybody wants to see what their Mega Evolutions are. But I think it'd also be a great way to promote the game, showing the Gen 6 starters getting Mega Evolutions. And what better way to showcase that at Worlds, you know? I think that would be absolutely ridiculously, like, the best Worlds trailer ever that we could get, showing off these 3 Mega Evolutions. And also, it'd be a reason as to why we only saw 1 in the Presents. We only saw 1 with Mega Dragonite because we're about to get 3 at Worlds. Which I think it adds up. It does make sense for them to go that route, but at the same time, it is quite a big bombshell. Anyway, it then goes on to say Mega Chandelure rumored to be revealed before release. This also makes complete sense. Pokemon Legends EA drops in October. What else is in October? Halloween. Chandelure is a ghost type Pokemon. It is a new Mega Evolution. What better way to drop Chandelure than in the Halloween spooky month? That also makes complete sense. And again, they could just be posting this because it makes complete sense, or they're posting it because they know this information. So I feel like those 2 lines there also are very, very, I guess, they have a high possibility of happening. Not a high possibility, but like, I could see it happening. It's not completely out there. They haven't just said something ridiculously stupid. Those 2 things generally could happen. It then goes on to say Lysander was resurrected by Zygarde, which we don't know if that's the case. He's obviously back. He's going to have this more like robotic kind of feature or whatever. But at the same time, it also makes sense because in the leagues, they are like quite pally. They're friends. And it also makes sense as to why they can communicate with each other. We know that Zygarde can talk to Lysander, a little bit like what happened with Calyrex and stuff in the Sword and Shield DLC. We know that Zygarde can talk to Lysander and then he tells us what Zygarde's saying. And maybe that's because he resurrected him, so they're maybe linked or something. It makes sense. It does make sense. And I'm not saying that because they got the first line correct. I'm just saying that all of this does genuinely have... It just seems like it could be true. And then it goes on to say, it is implied the ultimate weapon was made by studying Zygarde, which again, you know, that could be true. That could be some lore there for Pokemon Legends EA regarding the ultimate weapon, regarding Zygarde. And then it says, game will have a free update. Now, this could be true because Legends Arceus got a free update. We were supposed to get DLC for Pokemon Legends EA. We were actually supposed to get that in June of this year. But obviously everything got delayed and everything got pushed back. We don't know if we're going to get DLC for Legends EA now. So maybe if we were going to get Legends EA DLC, they've just scrapped it down now to a free update and they're just going to give us that. Because they could easily announce that free update during the Pokemon Presents in February, because the game would have been out for 4 months then. Generation 10 will be the big game they announce, but then they could be like, don't worry, we've got this free update as well for Legends EA to kind of keep you going until Generation 10 drops, which is probably going to be in November. So yeah, that's the Legends EA portion of the video. Of the rumor, should I say. I think I want to believe it. I really want to believe it because everything just seems good. Everything seems relatively straightforward. Everything seems legit. And also, I would love to see the Generation 6 Mega Evolutions revealed at Worlds. I would love to see Chandelure revealed in October. Again, it makes sense because of Halloween and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of a little bit convinced to believe it. This is probably the most legitimate 4chan rumor that we've covered about Pokemon Legends EA that isn't obviously based on leaks. You know, it's just based by a random person. So very interesting. Very, very interesting for the Legends EA portion. There's a few more things to quickly take a look at regarding Generation 10 and Horizons. It says Gaia, which is obviously the code name for Generation 10, directed by both Amori and Iwo because it is too big for one person. So, of course, if that is true, that's great, because that means that Generation 10 is going to be a very big game. It's inspired by Wind Waker, which also makes sense. In Wind Waker, you're on this boat, you travel to all these different islands. That's exactly what we're expecting to do in Generation 10. It's going to be an archipelago of islands. You're going all over the shop. And then it goes on to say, abandons turn-based combat. This is the reason Champions exists. This is a big one, because if we see, like, the Generation 6 starters revealed at Worlds, in August, or we see them revealed in September. Remember, they could get, like, if we don't see them at Worlds, they are still saying that they could see them in September. If we see the Gen 6 starters revealed, we then see Chandelure, and we find out, like I say, Lysander's rejected by Zygarde. ultimate weapon, yada, yada, yada. And if the game gets a free update, then this is very likely to be true as well. Like, if all this is true, then this is probably true as well, because why would this be true and this wouldn't be true? So that means turn-based combat could be gone in Generation 10, and that's why champions exist. So I assume that they would just carry on the real-time battling from Legends EA, which is a bold claim, because we've never had real-time battling in Pokemon main series games before, and we don't know if we're going to like it or not. There's a lot riding on Legends EA, because if it doesn't turn out to be very good and people don't like it, and then they have that in Gen 10, it's going to really hurt Gen 10. Whereas turn-based combat, you know, works, because we've had it for the last 30 years. So it is quite a bold thing to do if this is true. But again, it could be. And then it goes on to say Horizons, we're going to have AI freed. I've not been up to date with Horizons, but I saw something that he like fell off the ship or something and he went somewhere else, so maybe he comes back. I don't really know. I don't really watch Horizons anymore. But either way, it is a very, very interesting rumor, and I'm kind of convinced to believe it, but we'll have to wait and see if we... I mean, the next step of this rumor is, of course, Delphox, Greninja, and Chestnut being revealed either this month or next month. I'm going to keep this rumor, like, in the back pocket, just in case, because then if we see those revealed, then we can come back to it, and obviously we can be like, yeah, this is a legitimate leak. So we'll have to wait and see. But either way, let me know your thoughts on this rumor. Do you think it is true? I kind of want to believe it, but at the same time, it's a bold claim about Gen 10. But let me know your thoughts on it, and also everything else that we covered in today's video as well. Let me know your thoughts on the Mario stuff. Make sure to download it if you've got kids and stuff. They're probably going to enjoy it. Legends EA promotion, all the new events and updates and stuff, and also make sure to redeem your shiny Wo-Chien. Remember, there's no code. It's just get via the internet. But that's everything from me. If you enjoyed, drop a like. Let's try and hit 500. Does really help out the video, the channel, all that good stuff. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we covered. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.